Hey everybody, so today is November 15th, and I wanted to talk about pursuing and or dating a trans man, including the relationship part. So you want to date a trans man? Dun dun dun. Alright, this is for anybody in general. There's a couple things in here that I'll mention are for, girls, biological females, for trans guys. But it's really for anybody. I think the number one most important factor in dating a trans man is to make sure you know not to put the fact that he's trans on a pedestal. Don't make him feel like the reason and sole purpose of him or you dating him is because he's trans. I know that I had an issue with this on multiple occasions where I felt like the person who was pursuing me was doing so because I was just transgendered and I was a novelty. No one likes to feel like a novelty in a negative spectrum, especially for someone who, if you're looking for a relationship, if someone's looking for that, they're not gonna want somebody who only likes them because of a abnormality in their behavior, whether it's like, well, I'm only dating you because you have blue eyes, or I'm only dating you because you're black, or what the fuck ever. Nobody likes that. For some trans guys, they might not care. Maybe that's their gig. But for me, and I know for a lot of other trans guys, it's very annoying. So make sure you let him know that you're not dating him just because he's transgendered. It's very important for some people to point out the fact that their partner is transgendered. Never out your partner. Never, ever, ever out your partner. In fact, if you're not in an area of people who know that he's transgender, don't even call him your partner. He is your boyfriend. Point blank. That's it. He's your boyfriend. Call him your boyfriend. The word partner confuses people. So especially if he, is pre-T and or doesn't have facial hair or still looks feminine in any way, shape, or form, calling him your partner if you're a female will automatically make people assume that he is a lesbian and he is female and wants female pronouns and so on. If you're a biological female and or a trans female, call him your boyfriend. If you're a gay man, obviously that doesn't apply to you because you're both gay and he is your partner. That perception of the outside world, outside the LGBTQI, blah, 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 letters, A, B, C, D, F, G, that whole community, they see the word partner as a homosexual reference to somebody that you are with. Same thing as lover. Honestly, a lot of people consider lover to be associated with same-sex partnerships. So try to avoid that. When you're first trying to pursue him, don't be like, hey, I found out you were trans and I'm really curious about you. Try to actually make a decent conversation with the dude. Like, try to find something you guys have in common and discuss it and let that flourish and develop your relationship out of that aspect, not out of the sole aspect that he's transgendered and you saw his videos on YouTube. It doesn't make sense to do that. So I've got the 2 down. Novelty, pronouns. Make sure you get your pronouns down, for sure. Especially if the guy, you've known him before he started transitioning and you've used female pronouns with him before and a different name. Make sure you get the name down. That is so important, the name and the pronouns. Even if you don't know him, but he hasn't started hormones yet, and it's very easy for people to... If someone isn't 100% passing or 100% perceived as male, just based on their appearance and the way they look and that they act, it's very easy to get their to get their pronouns wrong. Because a lot of people use pronouns to identify the gender they see. So if you're consistently calling your boyfriend her, if you are calling your boyfriend her, then he obviously is willing to let that slide if it got that far. But if you're pursuing somebody and you keep calling him her and stuff like that, it's going to completely demolish any chances you really have because it's going to become annoying and redundant it sucks to consistently have to try to correct somebody. Final, last but not least, do not out your boyfriend to anybody at any point in any time without his permission and or, actually not even and or, just or, no, and. Sorry, I've made this video a couple times. Do not out your boyfriend without his permission and his knowledge. Pretty much, you don't go into some social situation where nobody knows that he's transgendered and be like, oh, this is my boyfriend and he's trans. Or, oh, this is my boyfriend, he used to be a female. Or, oh, this is my boyfriend, but he, this or that. Or, don't ever call him by his biological birth name. Don't ever use that against him. There's a lot of different things that go into this, but those are my major ones right there. Number one, like I said, make sure he knows he's not a novelty to you. 2, get your pronouns right. Get the name right. Don't ever call him by his birth name or use that against him. Don't out him, and don't call him your partner unless you are gay. Those are the main things you have to worry about. Other than that, over and out. Have a good day, guys.